In our next story, we meet another fellow who likes to unwind in nature that lives here in Pocahontas, only he does it at a lot higher altitude than most of us.
My dad was a bombardier in a B-17 during World War II, and from right after the war all through the 50s and 60s, he had some type of an airplane, usually a Piper Cub or something of that sort, and so we grew up flying in airplanes off a grass strip just outside of Philadelphia. This is a 1929 Curtiss-Wright Travel Air. It was built by Travel Air Manufacturing, which was founded by Clyde Cessna, Walter Beach, and Lloyd Stearman in Wichita, Kansas in 1925. Its original intended use was personal transportation. If you had a Travel Air, you had a nice airplane. It had several unintended uses. It saw time hauling alcohol during Prohibition. It was a very favorite plane for pilots to cross the border into Canada and fill up the hopper with whiskey and bring it back into the States. It was later used for aerial application of insecticides during the 40s. And I'm using it today to sell rides in, taking people back in time. The Travel Air was previously owned by Russ Newhouse. He's a 747 captain for Northwest Airlines. And I looked at it in '93 to buy it. The plane needed to be restored, and so I let it go. 5 years went by, and I get a package of photographs in the mail one day, and it's of this plane, which he had restored. Well, I lay the photos on my desk, and I looked at them every day for a month. Finally called him, and he said, "I've been waiting on your call." And Russ and I have become good friends. I call him every year. I thank him for selling me the plane. I send him photos of it, and you know, if it's ever in the paper, I'll send him a copy of that. And so he still feels like that he owns the plane, and I'm glad he feels that way. And I feel like I'm just kind of a steward of the plane for the time that I'm here. I've always been attracted to anything old aviation related, and I guess the first object that I ever acquired was a wooden propeller, which I well recall negotiating the purchase price and me being so proud of it when I ended up with it. And as years went by, I guess I got a reputation for being a sucker for anything old aviation related, and where I used to seek this stuff out, and that started to seek me out. It's been kind of a quest of mine to, you know, be good caretakers of all these different things, ranging from the biplane to, you know, personal effects of aviators. The thing that I most enjoy about the travel air is the smile on people's faces when they get out of it, and the anticipation of the little kids about flying in it. I've just got some really nice comments from people that I've been able to take flying in the plane. I've got a lot of nice cards and letters. Now our kids are pretty much grown, and I'm a grandfather now, and I've pretty well eliminated most of my hobbies except fooling with these old planes. It's the thing that I most enjoy. I have a tremendously understanding wife. She's very forgiving of this affliction that I have with old planes. For some people, it's just a trip back in time, especially people that are, you know, about the same age as the plane. When I take them flying, they just feel like they've gone back to their childhood. You know, I know a lot of people resort to medication and therapy. You know, they go see psychiatrists and all, but for me, the best therapy in the world is to go up in an old airplane and do some wing overs. You might want to compare it to the way somebody feels after they've had a good workout. Like I say, I've said it many times over, it's not so much about the airplanes as it is the people. The aircraft is a common bond. It brings people of all interests together, and it's what makes aviation very appealing to me.